If you see mess in the background, mind your business. I am converting my wardrobe from winter to summer clothes, and it's a process. Hopefully I'll be done by tomorrow. But anyways, hi everyone. My name's Taly. If you don't know me, if you do know me, welcome back. Today we are having another sit down talk video because we are learning. Yes, you are the student, I'm the teacher. I do not care if you're 30 years older than me. I don't care if you haven't been to school in 15 years. You are now a student and I am the teacher. Today I am teaching you a few tips on how I lost 10 pounds. Right now I actually have lost 13 pounds last time I checked, which was last week. But we're sticking with 10 pounds because I feel like people search 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 50 pounds, that kind of thing. I'm a very realistic person. I really like food. I'm not one of those people who usually skips meals fast. I don't skip sweets like that. This was a really hard time for me, and I feel like I'll make a separate video on like how I mentally did this, but these are just a few tips, 10 tips, because 10 pounds, a tip per pound. And for all those people who are non-American, so the rest of the world, aka I guess the normal batch, I'm talking about 4.56 kilograms. You're welcome. So the first tip I would give everyone, because I really focus on the mental part. I do study psychology, but it's not like I specifically took classes on weight gain, weight loss. But in neuroscience and mental health, I've learned that a lot of the reason why people gain all the weight back or they can't stick to a diet and this and that is because they are mainly focusing on things that are not self-sustaining. So I feel like everyone should focus on consistency, not perfection. And what I would tell people for the first tip is to do your health over the aesthetics. So when I first started my weight loss journey, which was mainly like December, I got back into the gym. I started in December, just going back to the gym, not really even dieting, just going back to the gym. And I've noticed that whenever I'm in the gym thinking about like, yeah, the body about to be T, summer body, when I'm this weight, I'll be so much happier. Those thoughts literally lasted like 5 seconds. So please do not do that. Like, please do not focus on the body, how you'll look, how you'll feel. Focus on your health, because as I educated myself through the months, I was mainly educating myself not on how to lose weight the quickest, but the benefits and watching videos of people who lost like a significant amount of weight and them talking about how they felt and their health, how much lighter they were, how much they could walk. Like before they could run like barely 5 minutes, now they can run for like a half hour to an hour. How they used to eat this and that and now they eat this. I think focusing on the before and after of behavior and life quality will definitely not even motivate you, but keep you accountable to yourself longer versus the aesthetics. Like, oh, look, now I can fit into this skirt and the waist is small, it's snatched. That's nice, but that's not gonna help you, because I feel like aesthetics are so shallow. Like, I have to be for real. As someone who likes dressing up, who likes having nice makeup or nice fit or looking fit, I'm definitely someone who cares about their appearance, but aesthetics is not a good goal. It's just not. It's not gonna keep you sustained. It did not keep me sustained, because all I could think about was how hungry I was, because I wasn't even eating the right foods to keep me full, and I was doing all the wrong things, just trying to get a quick fix when I wasn't even thinking about my health. When I started thinking about my health, my proteins, my macros, what I was putting in my body, processed foods, learning about forever chemicals and cancer correlations and things like that, that's when I genuinely not even scared myself, but like just educated myself enough to know that what I was eating before is just genuinely not good for me. And I stopped thinking about like so much of the weight loss. It comes with it, but I stopped thinking about it as the primary source and put my health first. And now it's easier for me to say no to the sweets. Easier for me to put down the chips. You know what I mean? Easier for me to portion control, because when I know what that does to my body and genuinely focusing on loving myself and loving how I treat my body, I'm able to actually eat better than before. I swear the other steps won't be so long-winded, but I feel like that had to be the first, because that's the most important part and nobody really talks about it because everyone wants the quick fix. The second thing I learned is protein shakes are not meals. I did lose my first few pounds with protein shakes as my lunch at work, and yeah, they're good, quick 30 grams, 20 grams of protein, but they do keep you full, but it's a bloat. It's a bloat. It's not a good feeling. It's a fullness, but it's not of substance. It's not of you feel good. It's a bloat. It's a false fullness in you, and it's not the best. You're not gonna stay full. You will probably, maybe you really will have the 4 hour of hunger suppression, like it says on the bottles, but no hate to protein shakes. I think they're good as a side thing with your food, but it's not food at the end of the day. Liquid calories are waste. Don't focus on liquid calories. That's literally empty calories. Yeah, it's like, okay, they're 180 calories or 100 calories. Like, look, I'm just having that instead of like 500 calories for lunch. But at the end of the day, you're gonna binge like after 3 days, and then you're gonna gain more weight than you started with. And that's why those habits happen, because of those quick fixes. It all goes back to step one. Is I notice if I keep myself busy and productive, I'm less likely to snack. I'm less likely to crave food. Like when I'm doing my schoolwork for school, I'll literally like make myself do my schoolwork so I don't have to think about oh, I want to snack on this. And not even because I'm hungry, because I eat foods that fill me, and I eat high protein foods. So I'm not actually hungry, but your brain just wants a snack. Like if you're sitting there on the couch watching Netflix, you're gonna want a snack. You know what I mean? That literally goes with it. Like that's the trinity of relaxation modern day: the couch, the TV, and the snacks. So you have to keep yourself productive. And it's good because you're not snacking, you're not adding calories that literally do nothing for you, and you're doing that stuff you're putting aside. And I'm a major procrastinator. I am the procrastinator. So please listen to me. Like I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about because I procrastinate so bad. But when I think about, dang, I'm gonna snack, and I think about all the health conscious behavior I've been putting in, and the workout that was like an hour, and it's gonna go to waste if I eat this snack that I just can force myself to do the things that I had to do because I had to do them anyway. Another thing I learned, which is, oh my gosh, I lost count. This is 4, is to watch your shows while doing cardio. I actually, for my birthday, everyone watching that knows me personally, for my birthday, I want a walking pad. It's literally the treadmill without the wheels. It's like, or not the wheels, the treadmill without the handles. You literally just walk on it. But doing cardio watching your shows is fire. Like when I would go to the gym, Stairmaster, my best friend. I don't care what anyone else says. That's my favorite cardio because I just have to do like 10 minutes of it. But I'd be watching my shows. Like I would watch my anime. I would watch not Jujutsu Kaisen. I would literally watch Gachi Okuda while on the Stairmaster. I was not allowing myself to watch it unless I was on that Stairmaster, and I would watch like an episode or two. I would be on there for like a half hour. I remember when I couldn't even be on there for 5 minutes. Like seeing the before and after change is so satisfying because I literally could not be on the Stairmaster for like 5 minutes on the lowest setting. Now I'm able to be on there for 30 minutes so I can watch like an episode and a half of my anime. So because when you're sitting there, you're watching the show anyway, and you're not thinking about the cardio because the show's so good that you're just invested. Same thing with XO Kitty. I would watch that on the Stairmaster. So watch your favorite shows while doing cardio. And if you have your podcast, your favorite YouTube video where you can listen, do that while you're running or walking, because I do that too. While I walk to the gym, now that it's warm, I don't take like the car. I just walk to the gym. I have my headphones in with my favorite YouTuber talking in my ears, or some sort of video where I don't need to watch, I just need to listen in my ears while I walk, and while I, not when I run, I have to do music when I run. But yeah, that's what I do. And I see nobody talking about that. I feel like that's such a hack because we all have something we like to watch, whether it's a show, a movie, whatever, and the cardio is perfect rather than just sitting there, because if you sit there, you want the snacks. Okay, number 5, because I can't count. Yes, number 5 is eat meals, because I've noticed that skipping meals can cause binging bloating for me. I don't have a binge eating disorder. I don't even know if I can say that. I might have to mute and censor it because YouTube be playing games. But it does cause me to get so hungry because, like, yeah, I didn't eat, but, like, I'm starving, I'm shaking, I'm weak, I can't get anything done. Finally, it's dinner time because I skipped breakfast and lunch or something. And now I'm super bloated. Not cute. And I'm going to eat the whole fridge. Because I'm like, well, I didn't really eat anything, so... But then I'm eating the same calories if I just ate meals throughout the day. So I'm struggling for nothing. It's not like now I eat 600 calories for the day, which is crazy. Shouldn't do that. But also, I'm eating the same calories if I ate the 3 meals, but in one meal. Why does that, like, where does the logic come from? And all of us do this. Like, don't lie. You've done this before if you tried to, like, lose weight fast. And it doesn't work because you're eating the same calories. You might as well just eat 3 low-calorie, high-protein, filling, real meals, whole foods, versus the one meal at the end of the day because you felt like being skinny in the morning. Let's not do that. And another thing I learned, which is the sixth thing, is to eat slow. So I don't watch shows while eating all the time. I still do, but now I'm more disciplined. But in the beginning, I could not. Like, I made myself eat the food without talking to people, without going out, without TV, without distraction, so that I could actually consume my food. Because the food seems like, oh, I ate nothing, because you're so focused on the B factor. You're not focusing on your plate. So now you're watching your show, it's so good, it's so consuming, you're not doing cardio while watching the show, you're eating, the food's gone by the time you noticed, and now you're like, oh, I feel like I didn't eat anything, because you weren't even thinking about the flavors, you weren't even appreciating it, you didn't even pray over it, all that stuff, so the food's just gone. And that's why snacking while watching shows is so easy. Same thing with food, your dinner. And I'm notorious for that. Like, I'll be scrolling on Netflix, making the food get cold on the side because I need my show. I need to know what I'm going to watch. I would do the same thing. Don't do it. Just eat the food by itself in the beginning. And then when you're more disciplined, you can start watching your shows with meals again. But in the beginning, it's like so hard because you're already not food conscious. You're already not mindfulness about food. This is the beginning. So I think this is so important. Nobody talks about these, like, steps. I swear, like, these are things I just noticed. Like, be appreciative too, because there's so many people out there without easy access to food the way at least people in America have it, and wherever country you might be, because if you're clearly, dealing with overeating issues, then you have, like, at least a good amount of food supply at your footsteps. So I feel like we need to appreciate it and be conscious with the news and how people are literally starving. We need to be appreciative of what we put in our mouths and the fact that we even have food at our disposal. You get what I'm saying? Now, 7 is stop telling everybody about your journey. Okay? There are people preying on your downfall with everything you do. I'm not saying do it in secret. Yeah, like if someone's like, where'd you go today? Don't lie. Like, let them know you went to the gym. Someone said, what did you eat? Let them know what you ate. But I'm saying, like, don't go when people don't ask and just be telling people, like, yeah, I'm trying to lose weight. Like, they will literally, like, try to sabotage, right? I'm not saying everyone's against you. I'm not trying to put paranoia in your heart, but it's true. Everyone will literally, without a doubt, everyone I meet and myself, I can attest for this, will literally be like, oh, you look fine, or oh, this and that. And it'll be the same people who told you the other week that you gotta stop eating. It'll literally be that, because they don't want you to be the best version of yourself. It could be conscious or unconscious, but they don't want you to be that girl because they know you're gonna look good when you lose the weight. And again, it's not aesthetics, it's health too. Some people just don't want you to be healthy because it's also good for your cognitive. They don't want you to have happy cognitive health, good mental health. They don't want you to be confident. They don't want you to fit in that clothes. They don't want you to be posting on Instagram feeling yourself. They don't want that. Like, I'm so sorry. Not everyone's your friend. I'm not saying to be paranoid. I'm not saying everyone around you hates you and you're all by yourself. I'm not saying that. And it literally be unconscious. Like, sometimes people aren't like, waking up in the morning, they're like, I'm going to hate on this person today. It's not always like that. But, like, I have been transparent with my family. Like, I've been telling them, like, yeah, I want to lose weight because I can't fit into my clothes. I feel so bloated and tired. I feel sluggish. I feel lazy. And I really like to move my body. I did sports in high school. I just really like walking. And I felt so depressed in school and winter and all that stuff was not helping. So I like lost 10 pounds at the time, or like 9 pounds or something. And like my relative was like, oh, you look good. Like my grandmother was like, you look good. And then my relative was like, oh yeah, whatever, agreeing. And I was like, yeah, but I have more to lose. That's all I said. And she was like, because I studied abroad in Japan, and that was like my slimmest because the food and the culture of walking was really good for me. And she literally was like, my relative was like, oh, she's trying to fit in the Japanese clothes, like making jokes, whatever. I can take a joke. And then she's like, but seriously, like locked in. She's like, you don't have to be that skinny because the culture now is bad. I'm like, no, I want to be muscular because that's what my goal is. I want to be I don't even want to be toned. I want to be like not shredded, but low key. That's my inspo. Like I want to be strong. I want to be able to defend myself. I want good bone health from when I'm older. I want to have good habits already, and I just really love strength training more than cardio. I really like strength training, and I'll get this maybe in a future video or later this video. But yeah, I was explaining that, and she's like, you know, thinking I'm getting defensive, like in denial. And I'm like, no, I'm like, I'm not trying to be Japanese skinny. I will never be Japanese skinny. I'm not Japanese. That's not really what I'm trying to go for. I'm not trying to be skinny, period. Like, I'm trying to slim down and get, you know, less fat, more muscle, because I don't want these diseases that run in my family. So I'm not trying to trigger them even more. I really look at the health aspect, and I've done my research. And I'm not starving myself. I'm trying to lose like a pound a week. I'm being realistic and losing the weight slowly so I don't gain it back, and so I don't get bad habits that will later on ruin other parts of my health. But she would not let me explain. She was just like, seriously, the beauty standards are bad these days, skinny is in, blah blah blah. And it's true. Like, I am not dismissing that our society is pushing an unrealistic body type that most people can never get, even if they never ate again. But I'm not one of those people who are trying to get that way. That's just not my beauty standard in my head for myself. And so I'm not trying to downplay, but that's a good example of people just talking you down because they don't know your intentions and they think that they might be concerned or something. But losing weight is not a bad thing. You need to stop acting like losing weight is taboo online, that you automatically need help or something, but at the same time we don't want the other extreme as well. People will make their conclusion their ed, so don't tell everybody that you're losing weight. Like, or if you are, make sure that mentally you're ready to just ignore their comments, because like people are gonna say crazy things, they're gonna say hurtful things, or just things that are ignorant, and you just have to like literally brush it aside. And once you do lose the weight, once you start losing the weight and people didn't know, they're gonna say stuff too. They're literally gonna like be like, oh, you look better before. Like, shut up, because at the end of the day, stop talking about people's bodies. You don't know why they lost the weight. You don't know the way they felt. A lot of people dealt with depression, and them losing the weight is a reflection of them getting active again, getting out the house, and you saying they look better before. It's such a backhanded compliment. Like, that's the epitome of the backhanded compliment, because you don't know why they lost the weight, or you don't know what the doctor told them and what they had to change in their life. Okay, number 8 is watch people who are on their journey, not people who have finished. You see that drastic change, it fuels your instant gratification, because that's the generation we're in. We have a dopamine addiction, we have TikTok, we have short form content where you're scrolling. Our brains always want things fast, right? Done immediately. That's why people get surgery instead of just going to the gym. That's why people try to get quick money and gamble instead of just saving up their money, things like that. So when you see people losing weight mad fast, in your head it looks fast because they showed their before and then their after, but it took them like 2 years. You don't know, but you weren't there during their journey, so it looks like, dang, they probably did that in like 3 months, and I'm so lazy, I'm slacking, this is never gonna happen. No, that will discourage you like crazy. I have been following people who are losing weight, so it's like we're losing weight together. That's kind of parasocial, but I'm serious. I watch people who are in the midst of losing weight. Yeah, they show their before and after, but they're still losing it, you know, and they're sharing as they learn, like I'm doing right now. I'm still losing it. I still have like about 17-ish pounds to go. So, you know, it's not my whole channel, but it's definitely something I'm gonna keep updating you guys on, you know what I mean? And I feel like following people who are doing it is more realistic for yourself, because you get to see in real time how they are operating and how long it really takes. It's not overnight. Please get that out of your head. You have to be patient. I know you don't want to hear it. I know you want to watch the video like, oh, this is how I lost weight in 10 days. Like, no. So number 9 is pace yourself. Be realistic with your expectations so you don't get burnt out. I feel like I kind of already explained it, so we can go and move on. But if you lose weight slowly, you're less likely to get these super stretch marks, these like skinny fat, like where you're kind of flabby. You have the muscle to kind of replace that fat so that you're not like kind of jiggly and loose skinned. Some people will have loose skin no matter what because of the amount of weight, but it will just look better and it will last longer if you just slowly lose the weight. Aim for a pound or pound and a half a week, max 2 pounds a week, but please check in with your doctor. I'm not a professional. You don't want to aim for more than that. Obviously, the bigger you are, the more weight you lose. But like, if you're just trying to lose like 10 pounds per se, it has to be like a pound a week, or you're doing too much and it's not gonna last. I'm gonna be realistic. The last thing, number 10, no fasting unless for religious reasons. I have been fasting in this journey for religious reasons, but other than that, I do not fast. I just don't, because again, I will binge at the end. Like, it's just, you're weak too. I work a physical job. I need my, energy. I need the carbs. I need the calories to burn. So if I fast, I'm just gonna be weak and I'm gonna eat everything. And that's it. I'm gonna make more of these videos as I keep losing weight. Sorry I've been talking so fast, but I have somewhere to go. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, afternoon, night, whatever, and bye.